Time to musk up. Wow.
Alright, what's going on, YouTube? I wanted to make this video a little late, but it's alright. Some of my best pickups of 2021, and two of them are releases from this year, but yeah, and these are the two that I'm gonna show you from this year are my two favorite releases. Let's start with some of the most recent that I got, and that is this absolutely gorgeous presentation. This is what presentations used to look like back in the day. Now everything has to be streamlined, everything has to be placed in the same bottle. You don't have to make multiple designs, less equipment, just less moving pieces, cheaper for the companies. So they just don't make stuff like this as they used to. This is a 50 ml Some Sarah by Guerlain in the EDP concentration. Smart, but this is fingerprint magnet, and this was brand spanking new that I bought, and price was I actually couldn't believe how cheap it was, but just absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, they don't make it like this anymore. Yeah, as you can see, EDP Some Sarah. All right, and this is a bottle from 1996. So the modern stuff is not as good. Some of the notes here that I get is the sandalwood, of course, the ylang. I do get a little peachiness here, some jasmine, some rose as well, some vanilla. I would say it's a little musky, maybe some tonka. It is a little powdery as well. A little nutty at times, but really good stuff. And I actually backed this sucker up, and that packaging, I just had to get it. All right, so next fragrance on the list that I picked up, this is also fairly new. I've been meaning to get it, but I don't know, I just haven't pulled the trigger. And I love this brand because they do 15 ml, 60 ml, and 125 ml. And the 15 mls are really fairly priced, so you really can't go wrong. And I've added this, and I've wanted to add this to the collection for a while now. This has gotten a lot of talk over the years, and I think it is worthwhile. Really enjoy the leather in here. Quite rugged, but still smooth at the same time. Some of the main notes that I get is the immortelle and the leather. I think, and also the patchouli in here as well. Seems to give some nice rugged leathery tones here. Also the labdanum as well. As we know, you can use in leather fragrances, immortelle, leather note, and labdanum is used sometimes to make you know, a leather note or an accord. This has birch as well, so that adds to the aspect also. Some spiciness, some woodiness, just really nice, and like I said, really smooth, really enjoyable. It's very good blending to all things considered. Really enjoy that one. And yeah, the next one on the list is, we have from Costume Nationale, we have Ohm. This stuff here, oh, this stuff is really beautiful. Made by the master Dominic Ropion. Some of the main notes in this here that I get is a beautiful clove, some cinnamon. This is a, I guess I would say maybe a sandalwood based, spicy woody fragrance. Has that awesome cardamom in here as well. nowadays cardamom is really considered like a mass appealing note. Really nice in here. Some grapefruit, some thyme, bergamot, labdanum as well. Just a really beautiful, spicy, woody fragrance. I had a decant of this for the longest time from Scentbird, and I always wanted to get it, but it always went in and out of stock, and these 50 ml bottles popped up, and I jumped on it. I told Patrick about it, and he's liking it as well. It looks like you can spray it, but the cap is like designed to imitate the exact way the sprayer looks. So I always thought this came with no cap, but I was wrong. But all things considered, the glass is really high quality, really clean cuts. The glass isn't foggy or anything. So all in all, I really like the presentation there. All right, so next one fragrance on the list will be, and I actually have to say thank you to the famous YouTuber that is his YouTube handle, famous YouTuber. He goes by the name Duncan. All right, #1 fragrance YouTuber on YouTube. Duh. I thought he was gonna give me a little sample of this stuff, sent it to me, opened the box up, and god damn it, he sent me a whole, not gonna curse, he sent me a whole bottle of Casual Friday, another fragrance made by the master Dominic Ropion. This stuff is just outstanding. I was really surprised when I first smelled this. Just great blending. Some of the main notes here I get was lavender, vanilla, patchouli, a gorgeous note of anise in this as well. I kind of like to look at this as the grown man Lamal, and I think this came out a couple of years after Lamal. So the whole lavender vanilla thing that was going on at that time, but this is way smoother. Just comes off way more natural, not as loud. Just great stuff, and I'm glad to have this. Thank you very much, Duncan, the famous YouTuber. All right, next up. So this here, man, oh man, this is one of my favorite ambers. Probably top 5 I would place this in as far as ambers. I've been looking for it for a while. It was discontinued. And then somebody that I met on Facebook was letting go his bottles. He gets bored of scents really quick, and he knew I was looking for this, and he hit me up right away. Pretty much a full bottle, and I snagged this sucker up the second I got it, and that is Absolute Pour Le Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, by the perfumer, obviously, Francis Kurkdjian. Alright. So this is just absolutely gorgeous. Just this kind of ambered honey, incensey, woody, also some ylang in there, some rose thrown in there as well, and the ever so famous pissiness that you would get from civet, but the note that is given here, that kind of, I don't know, gives this kind of hot, pissy smell that sounds horrible, but this shit is magical. And the cumin note, but the cumin here, I don't know, it doesn't come off as BO in the case here. It just comes off pissy, like I said, and I'm really surprised by that. A lot of older fragrances that used to use the note of civet have been reformulated and swapped out with the note of cumin to replicate the smell of the civet. One fragrance in particular is Eau de Hermes by Hermes. The old one used to have civet, but now it has cumin. So I don't know, maybe it's civet, make cumin or not, I don't know. But fragrance is great, a unicorn that I've wanted for the longest time, and I finally have it, and glad that I do. And that's another one of my best pickups of 2021. Excuse me, if you hear some snoring, that's obviously not me. That's Duke or Thor, one of the two furry dogs in this house. All right, so next pickup. All right, as some people know that are familiar with me, know that I absolutely adore this brand. They just make the most elegant, smoothest fragrances on the market that you can get. They just make better versions of other fragrances when they do make you know, when they make an inspired fragrance, which this is considered to be. But I don't know, they just do it the best. I don't even know where the hell I was going with that, but let's just keep going. All right, Crystal by Chanel, and this is the EDP concentration. And that packaging, I mean, like I said, they just don't make packaging like this anymore. I mean, it's just, yeah, the cap is plastic, but it's just so smooth, the whole, it's just that sound. Look at that, you hear that? And then they could have just made a black cap, but with the edges, they left it silver. I mean, they just look so, again, I want to curse, but I'm not. It's just so goddamn elegant. Got my hands on this bad boy, bad girl, whatever you want to call it. And this is just a magnificent, earthy, I don't know, earthy, woody, fruity, I don't know, I guess this is a sheep. It's just really good. Absolutely outstanding. The melon note in this, I kind of find the melon note similar to the Frederick Mall that was made by Edmund Rudnitska. Something Therese, I forgot the name of it. I'm having a brain fart right now, but I find those melon notes really similar in here. Also get some florals, some jasmine, some ylang, also some peachiness in here as well. But in that base, the oak moss is king. And then some, I get some earthiness and woodiness from a note of vetiver in here as well. Just absolutely stunning stuff, and really glad to have this in my collection, because although Chanel, they're pretty good with not discontinuing fragrances, but this one did get the axe. The EDT is, from what I understand, is out of stock, but it's not discontinued. The listing is still there on Chanel.com. All right, so here we go. So these two fragrances here were actually released in 2021. Favorite, I'm gonna put them in order. The last one I'm gonna show you is my #1 favorite pickup of 2021, but let's go with this one first. And some people that are familiar with me might be able to guess what 1 and 2 are, but nonetheless, this stuff, I'm just smelling it out the nozzle. Oh, fuck. Can you tell by what this is, by that sound of the click? All right. Synthetic Jungle. At first, I wasn't sure. I had 4 ml of this stuff, and I just kept wearing it and wearing it and wearing it, and I just kept smelling myself every single time. And usually that's the first sign that you like something, obviously, is if it's on you and you just keep going in for the, you know, for the smell. And that's just that's just what kept on happening with synthetic jungle. It was absolutely amazed by it. The top versus the base are like two completely different fragrances. The transitions are absolutely marvelous here. Stupendous, as some others might say. But just a gorgeous galbanum muguet, I guess. Some of the main notes I get here is, I don't know, the galbanum is definitely here, but I think what's really giving off that impression at the top, that kind of aromatic, just that smell when you break a piece of basil open and you just get that strong green pungent smell. That's exactly what you get here at the top, and it just smells like a stem from a flower. It's absolutely spot on. When you look at the name of this stuff, it's like synthetic jungle, but I mean, it could have been called realistic jungle. Although I don't really think it's necessarily the smell of the jungle, maybe botanical forest or garden, I would say more like. I don't know, it's just gorgeous. Some black currant in here as well, some fruitiness from there. Gorgeous kind of watery hyacinth that I find that floral to be. Some jasmine in here as well. Quite indolic at times, this floral, this fragrance. I don't know exactly where it's coming from, but it definitely smells like it could be like a bouquet of flowers in a vase that have been sitting in there for a little too long and you haven't changed the water for a little bit. Kind of like that. Like decaying flowers. Just absolutely amazing. Alright, so the last fragrance on this list and the #1 pickup of this year, that was this Hombre Supreme by Les Indomptables. I mean, this stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. Really hard to decide between this and synthetic jungle, but this was I just put this here because it's just so much, it's just more practical in every way. Plus it just smells so natural. It's just absolutely amazing. Some of the main notes that I get here is the aldehydes, ambergris as well, some clary sage, some jasmine in this, patchouli, a note of immortelle as well. I don't know, I'm almost getting like this kind of, I did a review on this, well, not a review, but a kind of like a first impression on this fragrance, and basically what I said was, at times at the top, this reminded me of like a modern take on a Chanel No. 5, and then towards the mid and the base, at times I just got this fruitiness, peachiness, this fruity peachiness that you would get from, I don't know, almost felt like a modern Mitsuko at times. Yeah, this one just kind of really blew my mind. Also beautiful transitions in this one as well. Ambergris note here, just so natural, salty, ozonic, dirty at times as well. Really far into the background, but just really good. Antoine Lee killed it with this one. Yeah, I'm really happy to have this. This brand is actually probably was my #1 discovery in 2021. They just make phenomenal stuff, and I can't wait for the next release, even though this just came out. But nonetheless, that was some of the pickups in 2021. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you got. Well, let me know. Well, you guys probably got a lot of stuff. Tell me what your top 2 best pickups were of 2021, and hopefully we'll have a great 2022. Take it easy, guys. Bye.